to a Fox News alert, the Justice Department taking the Kate Steinle murder case into their own hands, but putting out an arrest for her killer, Jose Inez Garcia Zarates.
The arrest warrant was issued a day after a San Francisco jury found him not guilty in Steinle's murder. So how did we get to this point? What's the political fallout?
Former Trump Hispanic Advisory Council member and Fox News contributor Steve Cortes joins us now. Steve, this has been a crazy week. This verdict has a lot of people up in arms. Tell us how you think this is going to affect border security and the DACA issue that we have coming ahead.
Right, Rachel, I think, a lot of us are shocked and very dismayed, obviously, at this jury verdict. But I will say, as Americans with a jury system, sometimes we have to deal with this. This is just the reality of our legal criminal justice system. However, what we don't have to deal with is absurd policies from liberals that serve the interest of illegal immigrants over the safety of American citizens. And if San Francisco weren't a so-called sanctuary city, and I hate that term because there's no sanctuary for Kate Steinle or for the cops and innocent people who have to deal with these known dangerous illegal immigrants. No sanctuary for them. I call them outlaw cities. But if it weren't an outlaw city, and if they did what they were supposed to do when they had him in custody, Garcia Zarate, if they had turned him over to ICE, he would have been deported again. But here's an important point, too. I say again, because he had previously been deported 5 times. So obviously our deportations haven't been very effective. So that tells me that we need to keep deporting, and particularly dangerous people. But we also need a wall. We need border security once and for all on our southern border.
So, Steve, I want to get to that, but let's listen to what the ICE director said on the question of the wall.
I'm 100% behind building the wall. Let me tell you something about President Trump. Since he's been in office, he's allowed ICE and the Border Patrol to do our jobs. The numbers just came out a few days ago that the illegal crossings on the border at a 45-year low. That's not a coincidence. That's because this president has let the officers do their jobs. The wall worked when they built it in San Diego. It worked when they built it in Arizona. They worked when it built in certain parts of Texas. Every place that built the wall, it worked. The numbers dropped significantly in illegal crossings. Why would we not want the wall?
Steve, when he lays it out like that, why would we not want to keep illegal immigrants out of this country? And what you were saying a moment ago about the notion, that we shouldn't have sanctuary cities. Like, why is there even a debate in this country? Who wants to have sanctuary? It's unbelievable. And so Rachel alluded to this a moment ago. You have the DACA negotiations, end of the year budget talks between Democrats and Republicans. And before the Steinle verdict, we heard Democrats have the upper hand in terms of keeping the children of illegal immigrants in this country, and Republicans have no negotiating power. Has that changed now? Because will the wall, will tough border security be part of those talks?
Well, it sure better be. And listen, I'm pro-DACA. I do think that people who are brought here as children are a different category of illegal immigrant. I disagree with some of my friends and colleagues within Team Trump who want everybody deported. I just don't agree with that. But having said that, too, it absolutely has to be part of a negotiation. And that negotiation should involve the White House getting more resources for the border, more barricades for the border. And I believe also an end or at least restrictions on chain migration. Chain migration is not serving the interests of the United States. I love immigration, legal immigration, but we're not doing it right. We need to do it based on merit, not just based on family relationships. And I'd also just like to say, Director Holman, in the tape you played there, he's an amazing man, and he leads an amazing force of people in ICE who are doing hard, dangerous work every day to protect us. And far too often the left-wing politicians, mainstream media, try to demonize them, try to make them look like they're some sort of stormtrooper force. Nothing could be further from the truth. They're doing hard work. And if they tell us that they need a wall, then they need a wall. Yeah. And we need to pay for it, and we need to build it and respect them and the hard work they do.
Imagine that bringing common sense.
Absolutely. Common sense. And, Steve, you have a lot of it. I always love seeing you on the show, fellow Latino. We'll be back.
All right.
Thank you, Rachel.